England 16, Scotland 15. Oh my God, how the hell have we won that? That is a horribly tight game. I've just finished watching it actually like 10, 15 minutes ago, and I am feeling so, I don't know, just relieved that we got over the line, because in the end, for the last 10 minutes, it wasn't comfortable, but you always felt the odds are hugely in England's favour, because even if Scotland did score, and even if they got a converted try, England have one last chance. So you've always felt England had some sort of control going into the last 5-10 minutes. But wow, that was a close game and a hard-fought game. It was a very scrappy game. If you're neutral and you don't understand all the different tactical stuff, that might be a very boring game. But I thought that was incredibly tense. It's what the Six Nations often delivers, and oh my God, that was not comfortable viewing as an England fan. Let's get into it. I think I honestly can't tell you. I don't think either team was definitively better. I think it's fair to say both teams were really well matched in this game. Again, Scotland raised their game from last weekend and England dropped theirs, and it just hits this matchup, which is always in the Calcutta Cup. Fantastic viewing, and it's brilliant. That's why we love the Six Nations. But yeah, let's get into the game proper. Scotland have a great first start. I have no idea who scored. My brain, the whole thing's gone into a haze. They made a break down the left. I think Van der Merwe makes a huge line break, or Kinghorn, and Ben White goes over, and obviously the English-born man starts celebrating, and then but England hits straight back, and again, eventually it's Tommy Freeman under penalty advantage goes over. I can't see it grounded, to be fair. I thought they were going to cancel this, but apparently they have got a grounding. The tier mode checks this, and other people who was on a TikTok live said it got grounded. So apparently it was. I've not seen it yet on a replay, and I'm going to look for it more after this video. But yeah, Tommy Freeman scores, and England have a quick reply. But then later on in the first half, Hugh Jones goes over. I think it's in the first sort of around the 15-minute mark. Hugh Jones, another English-born person, goes over for Scotland, and they get their second try. And yeah, the Scottish backs, especially in the first 20 minutes, were absolutely on fire. Like Kinghorn in particular and Van der Merwe were such huge threats and kept breaking tackles, kept making line breaks. I thought they were both fantastic throughout the game. Van der Merwe ends up with man of the match, deservedly so. Although again, I would say the likes of Kinghorn, Tom Jordan, and Jamie Ritchie, who I thought deserved to be dropped even like 2-3 years ago, but he came in today replacing Matt Fagerson, and he was absolutely fantastic. Probably Scotland's best player, as I said, with Kinghorn and Van der Merwe. So well played to him, well played to all those Scottish players and all the players on the pitch, because most of them put out a fantastic spectacle of rugby, despite the odd scrappiness in the game. But yeah, Hugh Jones goes over for the second try, and that makes it, I think, 10-7. Finn Russell, they're both very hard conversions, but he misses both those conversions from the left, which then obviously goes on to play a massive part in the result of the game. England don't get another try the whole game from that first Tommy Freeman try. The first half is mostly a territorial battle. Scotland putting constant pressure on England, and England just constantly riding that wave. Slowly the defence starts to get a bit better. They're making less line breaks into the last 10 minutes. And on like the 40th minute, we get a penalty in our own 22. And I'm thinking, just kick it out to be safe. They go for the line out on the halfway line. And Ollie Lawrence makes a huge line break, and he gets it to Smith, and Smith goes about 20 metres himself. He's about 5 metres away from the try line. They play it out to Ollie Lawrence. He goes like that, and it's over. And I'm actually in despair for the next 5 minutes. The half time I couldn't enjoy, because we blew such a crucial, massive opportunity there, and thankfully it did not come to bite us in the end. Second half, England played a lot better. The defence was really rock solid for 37 minutes. Our kicking game was way better. I think Finn Smith really came into his own in the second half. He started to take control as a fly half. Marcus Smith was very quiet. He did sometimes play that second playmaking role when we were attacking inside the Scottish half or 22, but overall it was mostly Finn Smith who was running the show. I thought Henry Slade had a great game. Made some crucial tackles, getting back in defence, some nice little touches in attack. Elliot Daly came on early for Ollie Slightholme, which I felt was a bit harsh on Slightholme. He definitely had a quiet game first half and wasn't being very effective, but I still think he should have had an extra 10 minutes to maybe prove himself. But Elliot Daly played very well when he came on. a bit more assurance under the high ball, where Scotland got a lot of joy under the high ball, particularly in the first half. Second half, they were still a problem, but first half, that's where England was losing a lot of territory. First half, England's discipline wasn't as good. We kept giving away a load of penalties, but that sort of flipped in the second half, and England got a few penalties. On the ref, look, we can talk about the try, but also on a few other decisions, 50-50, I think he gave a few dodgy ones to Scotland, but also as an England fan, I think he gave a few dodgy ones to England. I don't think, if you take a step back and relook at it, I'm trying to be unbiased here. I don't think Scotland can complain too much, because I do think they got a few decisions. But tell me if I'm wrong. If you've got 6 minutes through the video, do tell me if I'm wrong. I might be biased, and he was really for England, but I thought he got wrong a few calls for both teams. But yeah, that's how the game really went. We kick a few kicks, don't we? Marcus Smith gets a penalty and makes it 10-10. Does he get a second one to make it 13-10? He must do, and I can't remember, it's all a haze. But Finn Smith goes for the 48-metre kick or whatever, right near the halfway line, and I'm saying to myself, he hasn't got it in him. Either let Daly kick it, or they just want a line out near the 22 area, and it's a free shot for them. And he makes it, and I didn't think he had it in him, like... He doesn't have a massive boot on him, but fair play to Finn Smith, because I said he was brilliant ball in hand as a fly half playmaker. His kicking game was pretty good, but that kick was phenomenal at the post. And yeah, that makes it 16-10. I think it's about 10 minutes to go. But you're thinking, England comes to stay solid. And they do stay solid. For about 6-7 minutes, we ride all the load of Scottish attack, waves of attack. We ride all that, we defend it. They're going backwards. They're going back always like the halfway line. I think it's from a sort of line-out set piece, or maybe it's like a kick return or something. But after a phase or two, McDowell on that inside line, what a break. And I'm just like head in hands. But they end up scoring right out on the left in the corner. It's Van der Merwe, of course. As I said, the Lomu reincarnation scores. But I was thinking, I just had this thing deep down inside me. 16-15, conversion to come for Scotland. Finn Russell's not going to get this. And oh my God, the TV angle, you can't see it. They didn't show the behind the angle like the other two. They just showed it from the normal one. And I was like, I can't tell here. This is really close. And I was looking at the flags, and they stay down. I hear cheering, because there's so many Scottish people. It might have been Scotland fans cheering. I hear cheering. I'm like, I still don't know. And finally, the flags stay down. And wow, that was just jubilation. That's the word I want. But elation. But still, they get a penalty for I think it was a high tackle. I didn't see the high tackle, but after 80 minutes, Scotland get a high tackle penalty, and they have a line out, and now they're in range. If we give away a penalty, they will kick this and win. But we managed to hold them up. And you can talk about that one more, but whatever. England get the job done. We finally get the job done after so many missed opportunities last year, and thank God. Alex Mitchell dragged off early for Harry Randall. I think it was the right decision. I mean, he wasn't having his best game, Mitchell, but Randall's box kicking isn't awesome either. I thought Mario Itoje or Finn Smith was probably England's best players in that game. They were both phenomenal, particularly Itoje. I thought he was everywhere. Even just line out, getting around the park, tackles, he was really good. Chesterton, I thought, was really good coming into his first start for England for a year, because of injury mostly. And yeah, just a brilliant game of rugby. If you enjoy really close, tense matches, tactical battles, that was phenomenal. Obviously, it wasn't a try fest. And talking about tries, England failed to get the 4-try bonus point. After like 45-50 minutes, I was like, forget that. I talked it up big game. I still believe that's a mentality we need to have as a team, as a squad, as a nation. But after 50 minutes in that game, it was so tight and low scoring, the margins in that game, we just had to win. Forget about the 4-try bonus point. We're lucky that Ireland slipped up against Wales earlier. Sadly, we can't capitalise, but it doesn't matter. We can still win the Six Nations from this point. We've got through the 3 hardest games. Italy and Wales should theoretically be easier, but wow, Italy have improved over the last couple of years, and Wales earlier today were fantastic. So both those games are going to be real hard-fought battles, which is what we want in the Six Nations. We want every single team, all 6, to be really competitive. That's what is brilliant about it. But yeah, a narrow win for England. If Scotland had won that, they deserved it. And if England win that, I think they deserved it. It's such a 50-50 game, as the Calcutta Cup has been for about the last 6-7 years. I mean, last year you could argue wasn't really close, but a few massive errors in England gave Scotland a few easy tries. But overall, that was really close today. England get over the line, which is just what we've been looking for as England fans in the last year. And I'm so relieved. But I'm going to leave it there. If you got this far through the video, again, thank you so much. And please drop a subscription if you want. I try and give unbiased reviews and all these things. We've got more stuff coming up in the next week. I'll do a load of new videos. You know, Super Rugby, MLR, Six Nations game tomorrow. And everything. Let me know what else you want to see. And yeah, if you got this far, thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.